Hello. Welcome to another video. It's not too awful short, but it's not too awful long either. Wanted to put out a little video for a request for a friend of mine, Amy Sung. She has a YouTube channel, and she requested that I show a little bit about my flash settings that I use when I do my insect macro photography on my Godox V1C flash. But as I mentioned in the video you're going to be watching, I'm no professional at it by any means. I'm still learning the flash settings. I have got the basics down, and so I hope it's understandable enough if you just want to see the basics of what I do with it, how I set it up before I use it. And that's what the video is about. Thanks for swinging by, and thanks to Amy. I'll leave a link to her channel up there, and you all can check her out if you want to. Appreciate all you guys. One little last funny really funny note on me, and I don't know nobody else, but I had been thinking all along that my watch hours in the statistics, or the what you want to look at to see how many watch hours you have, I had been thinking all along that they weren't much over 28 or 30. But that figure that shows up is the monthly total. And I was thinking there's going to be no way I'll reach 4,000 watch hours before I leave this little blue dot. Come to find out, I have over 3,000 watch hours. Not that I'll even make 4,000 before, however long. Who knows? Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But I got it. The reason I know I got notified by YouTube saying, "Keep up the good work. Your watch hours have increased over 3,000 watch hours. Folks are liking what you're doing. Keep making great videos," or something along those lines. And I got to checking, and lo and behold, it's just a monthly hourly figure that shows up in your statistics analytics, though. So anyway, I have over 3,000 watch hours, which is, I guess it's better than knowing that I have only 30 or 40. Oh man, I'm such let me see, what's the numpty, as they say over across the big pond. Thanks for watching, y'all. I appreciate it, and keep watching my videos and give me some more watch hours. And help me hit 1,000 before the end of the year. Appreciate you guys. Y'all take it easy, and always remember, wherever you go, there you are. So enjoy the video, and I'll take y'all to it right now. Well, I hope this does all right. I am holding you can see what I'm holding, my flash. It's the Godox V1C, and the C standing for Canon camera. And a good friend of mine had asked if I could make a video on the flash settings to use with my diffuser for insect macro photography. And so I thought I'd go ahead and try to put one together for anyone that's interested. I am using the Pocket 3 up in my little side section of our bedroom up here. A little remodel we did. You see my wife's quilt in the background. That's mine. She made for me, so pretty. If you're interested in having her make one for you, leave me a comment. I'm going to, first things first is, if you're not familiar with your flash, you can find the manual for it online. Just Google your flash model and get you a manual for it, and it will tell you just about everything you need to know. I'm still learning this one because I don't use it often enough to know everything about it, but I have used it for wedding photography, numerous times, and now I'm using it strictly for insect microphotography. And now this little attachment around here is a LED light provided by the Cygnus Tech company if you order your diffuser from them. But anyway, this is not a sponsored video by any means from either Godox or Cygnus Tech. It's actually sponsored by me. So we're gonna see how we go here with making you a little video. First things first, here's our on-off button right here. We flip it on. And the thing that you need to do is when you turn it on, if you know how to put your flash into the manual mode, then you do that. Mine is already in manual. You can see by the M right there in the left, upper left corner. And I've set the lens to the 105 mm. That's right there, you can see. And the strength of the flash is 1/128. You can see that right now. And to change the strength, now this is where I sometimes have to, go back and forth a little bit. The mode for this is right down here on this spinning this ring here. This is your mode and your plus or minus, and then on the right it turns on a little studio, a little portrait light that comes on, and then up at the top it says zoom for when you want to zoom in the flash. Like I mentioned, I'm not too knowledgeable on what it all does. I do know a little bit about the sync. If I want to use high-speed sync, you see the little icon up in the upper right, to the left of the little speaker, comes on, and that's the high-speed sync there. And now it's off, and that's another high-speed sync setting. There's two of them, and I will use that when I'm doing my high-speed high shutter. I'll use that. But the mode button, we're going to press it here down at the bottom. You see it, it's in the multi-mode now. Now it goes in the ETTL mode, which is through the lens, exposure through the lens, the flash when it's connected to your camera. And there's back to the M. The flash when it's in the ETTL mode, it uses the automatic. It's basically automatic. You don't have to fool with any adjustments. But for microphotography, we often put them in manual mode, and then we push the center button and it sets that. And then to the left, you see your plus or minus. That changes the strength of the flash. And to change the strength, it's highlighted now, so you can push it, and then you can use the dial, and it goes from 1/28, which I think is the lowest setting, and then you can dial it to 256. 1/256 is actually the lowest power, and then you can go all the way to 64. 32, 16, 1/8, and 1/4, 1/2, 1/1, which is the full strength of the flash. And based on the lighting conditions outside when I'm doing my flash photography, insect micro, I was using 1/32, but it was too high, too powerful, so I backed it off to 1/128. And I just leave it at that. And that seems to work okay. And then you push the center button and it sets it at 128. And basically that's all there is to it, except for the sync button. Now there are other things that this flash can do. That are, I'm not going to go into. The video would be too long. As I mentioned, I'm not too knowledgeable on everything that it does, but I do know you can. It comes in it with a bunch of accessories. It comes with a little shoe that you can put on, and you can stand it up, and you can use it off camera. It will send out a real quick flash to the camera, and it reads that, and then it tells it what settings to put on, what settings to use. But since my lens is 100 millimeter, they don't have a 100 millimeter setting. It just has a 105 mm setting there. And you know, there isn't really much more to it. I just connect this to put it on the camera, and leave this setting on at 128, and I'll fire it off here, but I won't put it directly at the Pocket 3 lens. I'll just hold it up. Maybe I'll fire it off of that, and you all can see as a test. And there we go. Wasn't that exciting? And you have your green that lets us know that the flash is ready to go. When you test it, it's immediately ready to go now. If you fire it off a whole bunch, now still it's pretty much flashing every time I push this button. And the shutter, when you got it on the camera, and I'm using high shutter speeds, it does take a little bit of time for it to recharge and get ready again. But I'm still, as I mentioned, like many times now, I'm still learning about micro photography and flash. But basically, you know, you've got your little battery indicator up there, and all flashes are, I guess basically maybe they're all the same. They have a manual mode and a multi-mode, which I don't really know what that does, and ETTL. That's what I put it on when I'm doing my using it in weddings. And then, like I mentioned, the manual mode, I just keep it on the manual mode all the time. And if you want to know more, I'll leave a link to this Godox. It's the Godox V1C flash. I think the last time I checked, it was about 160, 170 bucks. Not the cheapest, but then again, not the most expensive one either. So, with that, this will conclude this short video. I appreciate all you guys watching, and thanks again to Amy Sung, who is the one that requested that I do this. And I'll leave a link to her channel too, and maybe put a card up there somewhere, or not. Sometimes I forget to do that, but I will leave a link for sure in the description to her channel. And thank you guys for watching. Peace.